Mm, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. It has been a couple weeks. Been busy, y'all. We back. Let's talk boxing. We're at episode 11, believe it or not, man. So we scrounging along. Like I said, I know it's been a minute. Been moving, in the process of doing a couple things. But, I told y'all I was going to be back this Saturday. I told y'all, right? Y'all know I won't going to lie to y'all. So we here. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. A lot has gone down these past couple weeks. So, we got to talk. Y'all know how we operate too. Anybody that wants to be a part of the discussion, send me that request. We'll get you in here, and you'll be a part of this little conversation that we got going on. Tonight is especially a good night to be a part of the conversation, man, because we got so much that we got to cover from a couple weeks back all the way till tonight. We'll start off, I want to say about 3 weeks ago. About 3 weeks ago, we had Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. So that's where we're going to start. That one was from Madison Square Garden. Girls sold it out. The ladies did their thing. Katie Taylor ended up getting the decision on that one. My dude. Yo, my good friend, my brother. What's happening? What's going on? What's happening, everybody? Good to see everybody coming in here. Yes, sir. We about to be joined by my brother, my good friend. Joe, what's the word, my brother?
Hey, now, how you?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. I appreciate you stopping through. We got one more guest, my man Steven, good friend of the show. Get ready to chime in, man. We're going to have a nice little talk. What's the word,
Hey,
my
what's
brother?
up, my man?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. Yourself?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. We got a lot to talk about, man. I know it's been a minute. I've been busy. I apologize. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no, you're good.
Been a busy man, but like I was saying, man, before y'all boys grace me with y'all presence, man, we're gonna start off a couple weeks ago. Y'all know we had Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. So I want to get y'all take on that fight, man. I thought it was a great fight. I thought the girls did their thing. They did a great thing for women's boxing. So it was cool to see that, in my opinion. But I want to know what y'all.
Fight of the year. I think
Mm-hmm.
Amanda won. She took the
Me
loss
too.
well. I think she won, clearly.
Yeah, I think so too. And that was actually a question down in the comment section. Who you think
I
won,
mean,
Taylor or Serrano?
Katie Taylor, she finished strong. I like the
Mm-hmm.
way she finished. I like the way she didn't get finished. But I
Yes.
feel like there's no moral victories, and I feel like she lost. She got beat up in, like, one round in particular, like
Yep.
10 rounds worth of damage in one round. So that got to
Mm-hmm.
count for something. That got to
Some
count
people
for
say that
something.
should have been a 10-8
That
round.
should have been a 10-8 round. For sure, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Not that round was like everything, but it should have at least been a 10-8 round, and that would have been a difference on the fight, I feel.
I
Close
agree.
fight. Close fight.
Yeah. I
Fight
think
of the
what
year, though.
messed Amanda up is, like you said, she had her in trouble, but it seemed like after that, I don't know if she punched herself out, but it seemed like her work rate went down just a little bit, and Katie Taylor started landing the more
Yeah,
effective
Katie
punches.
remained sharp through the whole fight, I feel. Her punches stayed
Right.
the same from beginning to end, and I don't feel like Amanda stayed sharp through the end. Like, her punches started getting loose and all of this. Like, she started
Mm-hmm.
just coming in with no defense. It just started getting reckless. And Katie, like, finished real strong, but that one round in particular, I think that made the difference in the fight to me because a lot of the rounds are kind of like back and forth. But that round right there, it shows, like, clear domination, and I ain't really see clear domination except at that point in the fight. It's like that's
I'll
the
give you
only
that.
part that was clear.
I'll give you that.
I
Steven,
like.
let me. Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
ahead, my brother.
No, I was going to say that I like that Serrano immediately set the pace for the fight. She let her know, you're going to fight my fight
Yep.
from the beginning. And early, Katie was trying to adapt to it. You can tell she was kind of thrown off. And but what I took from that fight, man, was they knew the moment and they both embraced the moment. and you just felt it, the electricity, everything. I mean, it was a true clash of skill and heart, just on full display. Is what women's boxing needed. I mean, man, I was hooping and
I
hollering out
think
of my
they need
seat.
3 minute rounds now, though.
Yeah, yeah,
Definitely.
they do. They deserve the same respect as the men, especially after that. I mean, that was
Especially
amazing.
because I feel like that was the difference in the fight. Honestly,
Yeah, yeah. If they had
I
more
don't
time,
know.
who
I don't
knows
know if
what would
Katie
have happened.
Taylor makes it out that round. 3 minutes.
I was just getting ready to say that. I was just getting ready to say that, especially if they would have had more time in that round where Katie Taylor was in a lot of trouble. Who's to say that Amanda wouldn't have finished her or knocked her down? That would have
At
made it a
least,
10-8 round,
yeah,
which
at least got the definitely dropped the because Katie Taylor. I don't think she would have got finished. Yeah, she was too tough that fight, and like she was off her feet for like a round. I think after that. I feel like she took a whole round to get herself together, and Amanda didn't push the pace enough to get her out of there. And I feel like that penalized her to win. Like I felt like everybody wanted her to end the fight, and she didn't. So that's why she really got the loss. But I don't feel like that deserved the loss. I think she did enough to win. I feel like since she didn't finish her, she got the L, and I don't feel that was fair to her.
So let me ask y'all boys this then. I think someone in the comment section, the Soulful Beauty, she put it perfectly. Those women put on an amazing show. I absolutely agree. I'm a huge advocate for women's boxing. I believe the platform should be, straight for everybody across the middle. So it was cool to see what those ladies did. So let me ask y'all this though, since it was a split decision, and then you got some people say Taylor won, you got some people feel Serrano won. Do those ladies need to run it back?
Definitely,
Yes, they have to.
they got to.
I think, how can I say, when you have this type of fight, there needs to be closure. There needs to be decisiveness. Um, the Irish fans are passionate. The Puerto Rican fans are passionate, but the boxing community
It need
wants it.
closure.
They need that closure. So yeah, it's got to. I know some people might disagree with me on this, but I'm just being honest with you. I don't like it in Ireland. I know they were talking about
I
that.
don't like it either.
I think it needs to be on a big neutral stage. Um, I wouldn't mind Madison Square Garden again or Vegas, but a big neutral stage. I don't think that is just to put it on either home field because I mean I think that the rematch is just going to be of a magnitude stepped up so many levels that even the general boxing fan is going to want it.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Now let me ask you this: what about Wembley? Having that
Oh,
Wembley
yeah,
Stadium?
that'd be great. I think
Because
that'd be great.
I think those girls that crowd at MSU was crazy. By the way,
Yeah.
that whole environment it was insane. But I think if you take it across the pond, you know how the Irish fans they travel. They were heavy at Madison Square Garden. I think if you put it at Wembley, I think they can possibly sell it out. If not, they have a lot of people in there. And I think after that first fight, not just women's boxing, but just boxing in general, seeing two top competitors on the pound for pound list, arguably the top three
Hmm.
in women's boxing, go at it and then have what they just did. You have to run it back, but I think it has to be at a bigger stage. I agree. I initially thought that Ireland was a good idea
Again,
because they have like
I'll be there.
90 people that have seats. But I mean, at the same time, though, you want something that's down the middle, And Katie Taylor, obviously, she would have an advantage over there in the island. So I think they need to run it back. Me personally, so only time will tell.
Yeah.
That same day, all right. So that night we had another good one, man. We had Oscar Valdez versus Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson came away with a decisive victory. Steven, I'm gonna start with you. Joe, you got to come in with follow up. I want to know what y'all thought about the performance of both. What y'all thought about Shakur Stevenson, and then also what y'all thought about Oscar Valdez.
That fight caught me off guard. It really did. I thought Valdez was gonna put a lot more, was able to execute the pressure better. But I tell you, I think Shakur Stevenson, he just stepped up and he showed the whole world I'm on a whole nother level. I mean, to me, it was brilliant boxing, beautiful to watch. And he literally just showed Valdez that he didn't belong in the same ring. And I did not expect that. I really expected more. How can I say it? I was expecting more of a kind of Cotto Mayweather type fight.
Mm-hmm.
But anything Valdez tried, he neutralized. Shakur Stevens neutralized.
I think it went how I expected it. Shakur controlled the distance, step backs, straight punches, short. It was an easy fight for him. That's why he wanted to fight him. I felt like Oscar Valdez was like made for him. In the gym, I want to spar him every single time if you're Shakur, because the way he fight and the way he fight is going to get neutralized by the way I fight. So he's not going to never get to brawling. It's never going to get to that because the way I fight is I control distance. And the way he fights is he throw loopy punches.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm faster and I have a better jab, he should never touch me.
Mm-hmm.
And Shakur is faster. So I feel like throwing loopy punches is going to slow you down. He's a distance master, so he was just controlling the distance. I felt like the ref let him get away with like keeping the rangefinder out there too much. I ain't like that. He kept pushing that out there and shit like that. I felt like he could have been using that to punch a little bit more. But that was just an easy fight for him. I want to see him at 135 because he looked kind of big that fight.
That was my next
I normally
question.
seen him like I thought he looked kind of big. Like I ain't really used to seeing Shakur like that because I didn't even like his last fight.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't look that big.
Against
Valdez, he looked real big to me. So it looked like that was just an easy matchup.
His shoulders were huge.
His shoulders were huge in that fight. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. Like he looked big. He looked like a 135 guy.
Yeah, that you know what, that was actually going to be my next question because you know what, if you look at the 130-pound division, there's not a lot of competition. Like a lot of people, you know, a lot of people can't name the other champions that are in 130 outside of Shakur Stevens. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at the top fights, it has to be either at 135 or someone from 135 has to come down to 130 to fight. I know there was some Twitter back and forth with him and Tank Davis. Tank Davis saying he was going to go back to 130 to fight Shakur Stevenson. Who knows how that goes? But let me ask you this and leave some comments in there too. Who at 135 presents the biggest threat for Shakur Stevenson? If you look at that whole landscape and you say, you know what, he runs through everybody else, but this dude, he may run through, but he's going to have problems. Who you got?
At 135?
135.
Man, 135 is tricky because everybody got their little skill set. I like I like Devin length. I like Lomachenko feet. He said he won't. He said he won't fight Keyshawn.
I'm thinking
everybody got their own skill set, man.
Yeah,
the one that I would like to see is Devin Haney.
If I had to pick, that would be the one too, because I need another chess player in there.
I think Devin Haney not gonna last to the end.
I don't think so either. But I think he's
gonna. You know, like when everybody's fighting they're like legacy fights and career fights. I think he's gonna take L's and nobody's gonna want to see him fight a legacy fight against these top guys. I think he's gonna beat Kambosos twice, fight Lomachenko. We gonna say Lomachenko. Oh, we gonna say Kambosos fought Teofimo Lopez that wasn't mentally ready, and then we gonna say Lomachenko was old, and then he gonna fight one of the young guys and lose, and then we're not gonna care about Devin no more. That's what's gonna happen with him. Because I really, at the end of the day, I feel like he's too big for 140, and I don't feel like he got one power at 135. I feel like he's too big for 135. I know he don't have no power for 140 because he doesn't
No,
look like he has,
because he
he
don't
doesn't
have
look like
power.
he has power at 135.
Right.
I think he's gonna go to welterweight, and give it about 2 years. I think he'll go to welterweight.
You see
He
him at
don't have power at
147?
135.
I do.
I figure that weight class should be somewhat cleared out by then because I mean Errol Spence says he's got maybe one more fight and then he's gonna go up to 154. Terence Crawford been keeping Charlo's name in his mouth. I don't know how long, so that's another 154.
That's where he going. He going to 154 too.
Exactly. So that's
Devin
potentially
Haney probably could get that. Who's that 140 undisputed guy? I forgot his name right now.
Ramirez?
Nah, undisputed at 140.
Josh Taylor? Josh Taylor?
Yeah, because they both were ESPN and top rank.
Yeah. Josh Taylor got stripped though. Well, I don't know if it's stripped. I don't know if he relinquished with him, but his WBA belt, he doesn't have it anymore. So he's officially no longer undisputed. So I don't know
with these Canelo questions. Let's get to the
You know what was next.
Somebody's gonna rush.
The thing is, you know what the show. I gotta give you the appetizer.
I got a lot. I got a lot for that. Hey, my man. Remember what I told you about Bevo?
Yes. Dog, I gotta have a little appetizer first before we get to the main course.
Oh, let's get.
I got a lot for you on this one.
Saul Canelo Alvarez and Dimitri Bivol, they got into it at 175-pound weight class. Dimitri Bivol, he comes away with a unanimous decision win. I believe it was 115, 113 on all three scorecards.
And don't ever rematch that man. He's going to get the knockout next time.
I had it 117, 111.
I agree. I had it something around there. I definitely had it.
I gave Canelo one round, whatever that is.
Yeah. I didn't give Canelo very many rounds.
Canelo round 2.
Steven, I'm gonna let you start first because you did put in the plug about Bivol. There's so many different avenues that we can do with this fight. First, let's start with the actual fight itself. Talk to me about the fight itself. How did it go down? What'd you think of it?
So before the fight, what I was telling everyone, because everyone picked Canelo, and I told them, I said I don't see how Canelo is going to get past that jab of someone that strong and how he's going to be able to outmaneuver Bivol. So during the fight, he did exactly what I knew he needed to do to win. He first used his range. He kept it with that jab, and he put some authority on that jab. And his feints were awesome too. As he had his hands up, he would move with his shoulder here, move with his shoulder there, throw. His feints were amazing. His footwork, he kept giving him different angles, and it was awesome. And the thing was, a lot of people kept saying, "Okay, well, Canelo, his original fights at 168." I said, "Well, keep in mind, Bivol didn't go chasing him. Canelo chased Bivol." And I also challenge people to tell me this. What different did Canelo do in this fight that he did in other fights?
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Have y'all ever seen Canelo win rounds against guys that move their feet?
Nope. Well, no, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. I have when he was able to oppose his will cutting off the ring.
Who? On who?
What Caleb Plant?
I'm
that
saying.
would probably be the only one.
No, Austin Child.
Austin Child is probably the only one, but I feel like Caleb Plant was still in the competitive fight till he got knocked out. But when you really look at it, they like to say that he learned a lot since he fought Mayweather. I'm here to tell y'all different. He ain't learned shit. I think Amir Khan beat him every single round. Amir Khan. Every single round. C-level fighter. When you can't when you can't throw punches going forward on the move, that's a problem if you have to set your feet every single time and you can't throw.
And that was another thing that I kept thinking was,
listen,
how is he going to be able to do that against someone who actually has power?
You can get past the jab if you throw more than one punch. He can't put together a 4-punch combination moving forward. He has to stop his feet. Bivol knows, get mines off, don't stop my feet. The moment that Amir Khan stopped his feet, he got knocked out. The moment that Caleb Plant stopped his feet, he got knocked out. See, the difference is your guys like Lara, his feet never stopped. Floyd's feet never stopped. And then Floyd even actually got to come forward because his hands never stopped. These people are forever going to give Canelo problems because he likes to fight plotters, people that set their feet, try to set traps and box. Even people like GGG, he can box, but he has slow feet. So Canelo can land hard shots. He could plant his feet, put everything on these shots. He's going to punch you on the shoulders, hit you on the hips. You're going to make a weird movement. He's going to get a clean headshot, a clean body shot. You're going to be out of here. That's what happens. Your feet stop moving. He hits you on the hip, slow you down. He did that to Caleb Plant all night. It was the hit for Caleb Plant.
Because you know how Canelo throws them punches too, man. It's like he throws punches from way, with a lot of power behind them.
But they're not to hit you in the face. If you notice, they're not to hit you in the face. They're to hit you on the shoulder or the hip.
On the arms.
Because
right.
He's depending on these things to break you down in the later rounds because he has a problem catching up to people. So he do these little things to catch up, like hip shots that's going to slow down your movement, shoulder shots. So at a time that you could have caught a shot with your shoulder, you're going to put it down because he's loading up for your shoulder. You're going to put it down and your chin is going to be exposed. This is these tactics.
Another
so
thing
that going up in weight, that shoulder sit, Charlie horse, that's not going to work on somebody bigger than you. He has more mass. That's for somebody smaller than you.
Another thing I want to throw in there was because what you're saying, I agree with. And I would also throw this in, I think the biggest difference between people like Caleb Plant and Bebo is pretty simple.
Power. Respect. Power. See, you see,
and that's why I was like, if Caleb Plant was able to land the shots that he did,
it was a feather. It was a feather jab.
Yeah.
Caleb Plant had a good jab, but it had nothing on it. It was not respectable. It was
because he was able to land it. He was able to land it consistently too.
It wasn't hard enough. It wasn't hard enough.
It just seemed like he was just doing enough just to survive, just to keep him away and fighting with somebody
he
like
don't have power.
You can't do that. You can't.
That was it. It's the power.
So let me ask you this: where does Canelo rank now as far as your pound for pound now?
Shit.
Y'all are going to disagree with me on this one.
So right here.
I know y'all both probably going to say around the same thing, to be honest with you.
That's what I was going to say.
Right here is tricky because I got to go back to those losses he was granted wins in. And this is a part of that because had he got those losses there, he would have been fixing his mistakes. Instead, he was banking on those losses. He was taking those Lara L's as wins like he really won and not working on his mistakes, like his error. I had a hard time catching up to this guy that was moving his feet. I need to fix that. His team, Eddie Reynoso, never fixes that. They just dependent on, okay, we're going to get more power when we're going to knock people out. The next time you get into a fight, now that this blueprint is not Floyd Mayweather doing it, now it looks like anybody can do it. I think his losing streak is going to start from now on.
That's going into another question that I got actually coming up next. Steven, I want to know, where do you rank Canelo as far as in the pound for pound rankings now?
First of all, I'll say this. I don't think anything changes with this loss. I really don't. And because as boxing fans, I think that they're just unfairly harsh on fighters. He dared to be great. And we don't have a lot of fighters doing that.
I can't say that because I think he dropped. I don't think he dared to be great. He just went out for people who thought he could.
Now, I think he's already proven himself. But so as pound for pound, oh man, I never liked the pound for pound because I don't know. But I just don't think that he deserves to be dropped down. He dared to be great. He went somewhere I don't think he has any business being. But, I'll wait for your next question because there's another fight that I think he's in as deep as in dangerous waters.
All right. So let me ask y'all this. Who does Canelo fight next? Does he fight Triple G and then Bebo? Does he fight Bebo? Or does he go to 168 and try to fight
Hey,
Benavidez,
bro.
Charlo.
Hey, bro.
So there's three
If he
options.
don't fight Bevo after this, if he don't fight Bevo next, this is unfair to every boxer that, like Floyd Mayweather, like y'all have to stop mentioning these people with like people like that, cause y'all say Floyd had a close fight with Castillo, y'all say Floyd had a close fight with Madonna. He rematched it right away. Fuck it, that's not even a loss. Y'all said it was close. For that, I gotta fight him again. Not a loss. For y'all saying he gave me a good fight, I gotta rematch him. That's because y'all said that. And nobody had a good fight with me. Y'all lying. So we saying he beat you, and everybody knows he beat your ass. If you don't fight him now, your legacy is kind of like, it looks bad because it looks like you was jump. This is what it looks like to me. You didn't dare to be great. Jumping around weight class, ducking and dodging people, relinquishing belts, getting belts made for you to not fight these certain type of fighters because you think the African-American style is difficult and it's like a running style. You think it's a running style, so you don't want to have to deal with that because you know they're going to move their feet, and you try to fight European styles because it's upright. And they don't move their head a lot, and there's not a lot of tricks to the trade. And then you ran out of Europeans to fight, and you fought the wrong European. You fought a Russian. And they kind of fight like a Mexican. But this Russian...
I'll say this. I don't think the loss did anything for Canelo, and I agree in a sense that he tried to be great because we so often talk about this person needs to fight this person, or these two people need to fight, or this person needs to fight better competition. Canelo, no matter how we feel about Canelo, he is fighting the champions in these different weight classes. He doesn't belong at 175. That's what this fight showed me. He does not belong at 175, 168.
But he has mandatories at like.
Sure.
He had a mandatory at what, 60?
I think
Jamal
60.
Charlo was mandatory.
Who?
When Jamal Charlo was his mandatory. What class
at
was
160?
that? Yeah,
was it at
so
1?
Like,
that's at 160. That's at 160.
So
okay.
I think that's a dare to be great.
Well, let me ask you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You think he'll be, if he came out, let's just say, throw an if out there, he comes out and says, 175 just isn't my weight. I'm going to stay at 168. And he doesn't rematch Bevo. Now, my opinion, his fans are so hardcore, they're going to run with things and stick to him. What do y'all think, though, as an average boxing fans? If he were to say that, would you knock him? Does he deserve to be knocked, or?
See, I think so because he went up there and fought Kovalev. And Kovalev was like a valid kill.
Yeah.
So now you go up there, you fight somebody who you believe is the same, and you die. So you got to go get that back.
He's gonna lose again.
Like had he lost to Kovalev, or it was a more difficult fight, the Kovalev fight, I feel like he could say that. But he got a knockout, right?
With Kovalev, yep.
So we can't say that weight division is too big for him. Because then we have to take back that Kovalev win and say, like, okay, when you beat Kovalev, he was because he would have knocked your ass out when he was a crusher.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I mean, like, with Canelo being 5'8", he just don't belong there because you got somebody like Bevo with a jab.
The height.
Yeah, that 5'8", man, it made the difference. So he belongs at 168. So, I think Charlo or Benavidez would be a good fight for him. I think he has unfinished business at that weight division. There's two guys right there. But if you ask me, I don't think Charlo has done enough to fight him. He's just talking a lot. I need to see some action at this point.
Charlo was his whole mandatory.
Because just like 160 Charlo, he don't fight nobody. He don't fight nobody.
Mandatory.
So my thing is about Charlo, you have all this stuff to say about Benavidez, right? But when they offer you the contract, you don't take the contract. But when you see him at a fight, you got a lot to say to him. So why didn't you just sign the contract? Why don't you just fight him right then and there? That's my thing. There's a time and a place to fight.
That may be the case. That's true, but when Canelo was his mandatory, he was trying to get that fight, and Canelo relinquished the belt. So
he should have stayed busy. He should have stayed busy and go after Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade has been calling him out for I don't know how long.
Y'all hold people to standards that y'all don't hold for everybody, like, because y'all not holding Canelo to those standards. Like, y'all saying Canelo can go past these people and go up to different weight classes, but Charlo has to fight the person that's in front of him. See, that's crazy because when Charlo was Canelo's actual mandatory, and he went to a different weight class, and they made a different WBC belt for him. Right. So, like, y'all have to hold Canelo to these same standards that y'all holding Charlo to. But
I mean, the reason why Canelo gets a pass too is because. Oh, go ahead, Steven.
I just want to say, as far as Canelo goes, let's not act like this is just an ordinary case, because you don't have fighters jumping up as the weight classes on a regular basis at this speed. So there's not. So that kind of throws everything off.
We understand that he's jumping up in weight classes, but he's not fighting the guy. When you jump up, he's not fighting a guy that's killing people. He's fighting like the guy that don't supposed to have a belt.
He's fighting champions.
No, we're not gonna say that because when you say that, you denying the fact that it's different quality of fighters. You just saying he's fighting champions. So sometimes you have to acknowledge the fact that the wrong guy had a belt and he's a champion.
He's not
fighting the killer. He's not fighting the killers of the division. He's fighting a guy that's not supposed to have the belt every single time.
Roy Jones did the same thing though. I love Roy to death, but when he went up to heavyweight, he fought John.
We're not gonna bring up Roy Jones because Canelo's on the table and we current with Canelo. Canelo is mystical. He's doing things that look like he's doing, like he's doing more.
But that's how it was with Roy, though. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's mystical. Like he's building a legend. Like he's done so much. But these guys, when he jump up, they not the guy that was doing the killing. They the guy that got the belt somehow through some fondling of somebody relinquishing the belt, and it wound up in their hands. And the Canelo sees that, he goes beat him up. Who was that?
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you. Do you think Charlo could have
Charlo was knocked out by Canelo.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's all. He was just a mandatory, and Canelo should have fought him. That's it.
I mean, but you can't knock Canelo's resume.
Man. Castaño. You see what Castaño is doing to these people, man. Come on, man.
Charlo. See, my thing is about Charlo, right? And it's nothing against him. It's just that when you want people to fight other top level competition, you see something in that fighter, you see greatness in that fighter, and you want to see him fight another special fighter to bring that greatness out of him. All elite fighters, all special fighters, at some point they fought another special fighter. So fans are just eagerly waiting for him to fight another special fighter.
Canelo fought? Who Canelo fought?
Floyd Mayweather. Win or lose.
No. Because look. I'm gonna say this. When Floyd beat him, y'all want to say Floyd was a vet. We talking about I want Canelo to fight a young, hungry lion like himself.
Oh, right now? Right now? Oh, okay. I thought you meant like right far period. I'm like, he's fought some good fighters.
Who is that? Who is that though?
That he's fought?
No, but who is that young lion? You know, because we've said him knock out Charlo.
Andrade.
Demetrius Andrade? He'll knock him out, bro.
Yeah, that's quick.
It don't matter. He ain't fighting none of these guys.
He's gonna avoid it. He needs to fight Charlo. If you ask me, he needs to fight Charlo.
I think Benavidez, but I think Benavidez beats him.
He's 1-2.
Benavidez.
I think Benavidez beats Canelo. You heard it here first.
Floyd fought Zab. Young hungry lion, we the same age. Somebody got to go.
Mm-hmm.
They can't say both of us the guy. Floyd fought Zab. So we seen
it. They've all, like, all them special fighters, at some point, they've had to fight another special fighter.
For somebody that was like them, had the same thing, around the same age group, you got to go, bro. It's not big enough for us.
You got to. It's not. And
Canelo has not had that fight.
Mentality in the 80s. That we don't have now. We don't have that mentality now. It was like that when it was Hagler, Hearns, Duran, Benitez, all them.
And then y'all like to bring up Floyd for Canelo, like Canelo won that. He lost every single round except one.
He got destroyed. He got destroyed. Nah,
Don't bring up Floyd. Don't bring up Floyd.
Floyd beat the brakes off Canelo, and Floyd was what, 40 years old. So I mean, like it was, 37 or 40 years old. So it kills me when people bring that up and say Canelo wasn't ready and Floyd was an old man.
Nah, that's
his prime.
I don't like those excuses. And when you jump in the ring,
I want to be 23 fighting I want to be 23 fighting a 37-year-old.
Right.
I want to be 23 fighting a 37-year-old. I really do. Yep. I really do. I want to be the naturally bigger guy fighting a naturally smaller guy while he's older than me.
Yep.
I mean, I was Canelo's biggest critic early because he would blow up in weight. He would drain himself and blow up in weight. Like, for instance, when he fought Cotto, he was so much bigger than Cotto.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, I had to shut up because he moved up in weight, started finding guys his own size and doing the same thing. So I give respect where respect's due.
Steroids ain't had nothing to do with it.
Possibly. Yeah. Hey, shout out to Micaiah, man. I don't mean to cut y'all off, dog. Micaiah just got her a nice little TKO 5. I want to say it was yesterday. So, hey, shout out to her. Keep doing your thing. She did her thing up in New York. I just had to stop the stream real quick. Keep doing your thing. She's undefeated right now. We behind you. We proud of you. All right, y'all continue.
I mean, look, the steroids thing, he was caught one time. If it ain't documented for sure, every fight's on steroids, that's where I'm going to zip it. The man, fight in, fight out, goes in there, dominates, does his thing. I give credit where credit's due like I would anyone else.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, trust me, there's fighters that I don't like, but hey, I tried for the longest time to hate Benavidez, but I can't do it. The man's just a beast.
So Canelo Benavidez, that needs to be the next fight. That's what we're saying. Is that what we get?
I think he should fight Charlo, then Benavidez.
Okay. Charlo's got Selected coming up. I want to say about a month and a half. So his schedule is going to be open after that. So if he wins like people expect him to win, I know anything can happen, but if he wins the way people expect him to win, it needs to be a big fight for 160-pound Charlo at this point. Andres, Caleb Plant, one of those guys.
I think Charlo and Andre need to get that done. Charlo and Andre, I think would be great.
Charlo and Andre would be awesome at 160. I would love to see that fight.
I don't really like the Charlos no more because the shit they do behind the scenes, man. Like, that shit is whack.
They talk a lot, man.
Can't fight.
They talk a lot. Tonight we got
can't fight, bro.
We got 2 fights tonight, man. We're gonna get to that Charlo fight real quick. But one person I am anxious to see is Ron Boots Ennis, man. He's fighting
Castillo. I'm about to get in here and watch these fights, matter of fact.
Yeah, dog, get in there. They got the first fight on, but Boots Ennis is up after that, man. It's an IBF welterweight eliminator. The belt is currently held by Errol Spence Jr. So if Boots wins, it makes things real interesting. It could possibly be Crawford. It could be Ennis, depending on.
I'm excited about Boots. I'm excited about him. I'm really excited about him.
Me too. He's one of those guys, man. He's got everything now. It's just a matter of when you put the right kind of competition in front of him, what do we have now? So Castillo Clayton, I expect him to put up a good fight, man. But this is really about what's next for Boots Ennis. We got us a comment.
I think Boots is gonna end up fighting. Let's keep Thurman.
You know what? I thought about that today. I was thinking about that today, bro.
They're going to give him a little money fight against Keith Thurman to keep him satisfied and not exercising his mandatory against Errol to mess up the Crawford and Errol fight because that's too dangerous to fight before fucking Crawford if that man exercises his mandatory. When he wins this fight, he's mandatory for Errol's belt.
Correct.
So
Correct.
Keep him from exercising that mandatory, they're going to give him Keith. He's on the same promotion team. Just to not be in that way. For Terence Crawford to get the Errol Spence fight, he's gonna have to sign with PBC. So no matter who wins this, Errol and Bud will have to fight Boots after he beats fucking Keith Thurman. But you know it'll probably be a rematch with Errol and Bud. But I think to even get the fight with Errol,
I don't think that's going to be a hard fight to make because Bud is a free agent. So I don't think that's going to be a hard fight to make.
Yeah, I don't think so neither because it looks like the networks ain't letting you get away with their belts.
I think Bud is in a situation where he can do like Devin Haney. Devin Haney signed like a 2-fight or 1-fight deal with Top Rank to fight Kambosos. So he can do something similar to that and say, look, I'm going to just sign with them just to get this fight.
I like that.
I'm going to hit those fellas, though.
All right, Joe. Good seeing you, my boy. So we had us a comment. All right.
Okay.
Someone said, do we think that Tyson Fury really is going to retire? How you feel about that? You think the big man is stepping away permanently, or you think?
Yes, unless Joshua calls him out. I don't think he'd be able to turn that down.
Okay, I agree.
That's the only thing. I think that Fury is a very sincere man, and when he speaks about his faith and everything, I think that he truly does mean what he says. And I think that he really does want to be with his family, and he wants to enjoy this time of his life, get out young, healthy, and be a family man. But Joshua, I think that if Joshua were to beat Usyk, which I don't think he will, but if he does and calls out Fury, I couldn't see Fury turning away from that.
Yeah, and I agree. I think someone said in the comment section, Fury would knock out Joshua easy. Yeah. I think that would happen also if the two were to fight, man. And money talks, and I think that if Joshua gets back into a position where he's the guy or, one of the guys in the division and calls him out, and you talk about Wembley Stadium once again or some major outdoor arena that has 90 or 100,000 people, I think that would at least get Tyson Fury curious, and wondering, because if we're talking about he can come back and fight somebody who he strongly believes he can win and make a crazy amount of money, I think that he would seriously consider that. So, I think I agree with you 100%, man. It really depends on what opportunity presents itself for him. I think he's okay doing exhibitions, fighting people like Francis Ngannou if that's what he wants to do. But from a professional standpoint, I think it depends on what's on the table.
There is one thing I wanted to talk to you about, though. I want to get your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to steal the words from, I believe it was Timothy Bradley. When it comes to Edgar Berlanga, is he the truth or the phony?
His last 2 fights got me worried about. I don't want to say worried about him because there's always bad days at the office for everybody. They happen, but he gets hit too much. He doesn't move his head a lot, so he's got some problems that if he fights people with power, he's gonna run into some serious issues, man. So Edgar Berlanga, I like him.
He's one-dimensional.
He's one-dimensional. Yeah, he's one-dimensional. Giovanni, send the invite, brother. I'll get you in here. But I'd say, to be honest with you, I like the other kid from Puerto Rico better, Xander Zayas. I was more impressed with him.
He was good.
Than I was with Berlanga, because when Berlanga fought Steve Rose, I want to say it was 2-3 months ago, something like that. We're going to get my brother Giovanni in here, someone that I grew up with. And we grew up in the same neighborhood, went to the same elementary school, same middle school, same high school. So he's gonna chime in. What's going on, my brother? How you doing, man?
I'm great. How are y'all?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good. Welcome. We definitely appreciate you stopping through, man. We having us a little Canelo discussion. So you.
I don't want to talk about him.
How
You
you
know
feel,
I don't want to talk about him.
You don't got your Canelo shirt on.
No, man, I'm not a. Let's not get it twisted. Canelo is great. Canelo's gonna go down in the Hall of Fame. Canelo did what Canelo did. Canelo ducks a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I gotta be real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that because when I look at his resume on who he's fought, that's a very impressive resume.
name him outside of Floyd. Who is really nameable?
Miguel Cotto,
Okay.
Sugar Shane Mosley.
When did he fight Sugar Shane?
Okay, I'll give you that.
Come on, man. We're not going.
Let's come back and edit
Sugar
that one
Shane
out.
ain't had no more. He was Salt Shane. He ain't had no sugar no more.
Look, we can rewind that, edit that, get that Shane out. Okay.
He won't sugar no more.
Shane was old. Shane was he was old. You know what I mean? But
he really turned into syrup.
The issue is I'm like I said, I don't take nothing away from Canelo. Canelo also, what hurt Canelo is Canelo was in the boxing phase when boxing was low key falling off. Because wasn't no headliners to fight for real.
Mayweather was carrying it on his back at that time.
Yeah, it was just nobody cared about any fight except for Mayweather.
Yeah,
so,
I'll give you that.
He fought Mayweather when he was young, and I give him that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you went in there against what most people gonna say the greatest fighter ever.
Well, let me ask you this, because we kind of brought this up with the last guest. Let me ask something. How do you think the boxing community would look at Canelo if he said 175 ain't for me, I'm staying at 168 and not doing a rematch for Bivol?
I think that would be the smartest thing for him. Because the honest to God truth is I don't think he can beat Bivol.
Me neither. Thank you.
I don't think he can beat the boy.
Thank you.
I think the only way he could possibly have a chance against Bivol would be at 168. It ain't happening at 170.
I don't think it's the weight situation that the reason he ain't gonna beat him. The actual fact of the matter, like if we watch the fight, Bivol only threw 1-2s. That was the only thing he connected.
For the most part, yeah. Yep. Yeah. He was able to keep Canelo at the end of his punches, man. And that's just a bad matchup.
It's just not good for Canelo. It's not a good matchup for Canelo. And like, after your trainer your trainer didn't purposely do it, but he low-key did it still and said, we don't want to fight black fighters because they're too difficult. Like, after that, I was like, all right, I'm done with you, bro. Like,
that's kind of what Joe was saying. Joe was up here earlier. He was talking about some of the styles that are difficult for, you know what I'm saying?
Canelo want to sit in front. Canelo want to sit in front of you and just fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Set his feet. That's the same thing Joe was saying earlier. You know what I mean? So tonight, we got Boots Ennis, me and you.
But you know, Boots my guy.
Right. We had a conversation about Boots Ennis. You know what I mean? So this is IBF welterweight mandatory. The belt is held by Errol Spence. All right. So let's just say Boots win. All right. So I'm gonna ask y'all this: do y'all want to see Boots? See, now Joe trying to get back in here after you said that. Do y'all want to see him fight Errol Spence, or do y'all want to see him fight? We'll say like Keith Thurman or Terence Crawford.
No, see, look right. We can't mention Errol Spence unless we're talking about.
I don't like that one.
Unless we're talking about Bud, we can't talk about nothing else.
No.
Because if Errol Spence takes anybody else but Bud after this, now it comes to the point of you ducking. You know what I'm saying?
I don't agree with that. I think him and Thurman.
I think Bud ducking him
first.
I think Bud ducking him. But if anything, if I'm Errol Spence, all right, if you don't want to fight me, you go fight Boots.
I don't think none of them need to fight Boots first. Too dangerous.
Everybody knows he's too dangerous.
At some point.
But
too dangerous.
It's got to happen at some point.
Nah, Boots is in a whole different era.
So you think Boots is better than
I
all of them?
I don't think Boots can beat Errol Spence.
I don't know. I don't think so right now.
Yeah, I don't think he can beat him right now, because right now I think, to me, that's why I don't look at that pound for pound bullshit, because they be that shit be
Yeah,
wild. Like,
that's. I said something similar to that earlier. I don't really like the pound for pound. I'm just being honest. Look, I love Boots. I love him. I'm excited about him. But
Right.
you need to bring these fighters up smart. You know,
yeah,
you
like
gotta
you gotta. It's
you
a
gotta
way to get
introduce them
there.
to levels.
Yeah,
You
it's
just
levels
can't.
to the shit.
Yeah, you gotta introduce them to these levels. You just can't throw them to the top level when he ain't even fought the middle. You can't do that,
Like,
man. I mean,
what Boots is 19-0.
Nah,
Something like
he
that.
like 27-0.
He, what, like 27 or like 24 knockouts,
25
25
knockouts or some shit like that.
something like that.
um,
Keith
He
Thurman
like
would
but
be a good
27-0
fight
though.
for Boots. If
see,
he did,
that's I like Keith Thurman.
Is Thurman the same Thurman?
he fought
Yeah,
not
No,
too long ago and was impressive.
Thurman
no, he
looked like a
wasn't.
beast in that fight.
He
Thurman was
wasn't
impressive.
bad. Impressive.
Yeah,
He wasn't bad. Thurman was not bad
Against
his last fight.
who?
He fought the dude that
that
Tank
dude from
Davis
San
knocked out.
Antonio. What's his
The
name?
dude, the tall
The
dude that Tank
140
Davis
guy?
knocked out.
The 140
What
guy.
was
The
yeah,
140 guy.
They got
Yeah,
That a
nothing wrong with him.
135, that 135 tank knocked out.
Yeah,
yeah.
him.
And Keith Thurman weighed 147.
And he dominated him. He didn't knock him
No,
out,
he
but that
didn't.
don't mean it
He got
wasn't an
hurt with a body
impressive
shot.
performance.
No, he didn't. He didn't look
How
good.
that?
Nah, he
But that
He
ain't
got
the
dominated
hurt
that
first
by a
time
fight.
that's happened.
140 guy.
That ain't the
That
first
means
time
he gonna
that's
get
happened.
knocked out by a
You,
147 guy.
We done seen Keith
nah,
Thurman get
he
hurt plenty of
dominated that
times in the
fight.
body. That ain't the first
His
one.
mouthpiece came
So
out.
He done
all
been hurt
right,
plenty of times.
Pete, the question is, ain't no point of Boots fighting Keith Thurman then?
Just to buy time so he don't exercise the
Yeah, like
mandatory.
Pretty much
that's like a little extra fight I'm gonna get
in
paid
the way.
for, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give him some money so he don't fight Earl.
yeah,
So he
because
Mm-hmm.
don't
he's not ready
exercise
for
his
Errol. He's
mandatory.
not ready for
A
Errol.
easy
The
name to
answer is
beat
he's
up.
not ready for him. He's not ready for Errol.
No, not yet. Not yet. I think by the time he's ready, Errol will be at 154. Because Errol said he got one more fight left at 147, then he's gone at
But you know what?
154. It'll
He
probably
wants
be
Boots is gonna be at
all he got is
154.
Bud left. You got to
he ain't got nothing,
understand, like
ain't
You
nothing
you,
know,
left for him to do.
I tell people all the time, like, you got to understand how difficult it is to have all the belts, because you got so much to do. You got so
politics.
many mandatories.
Yep.
Like, I can't do this all day, yo. Like, all y'all
Yeah.
pulling me, but that's why they made the franchise belt. And that's another thing about Canelo. He be ducking
I
that
don't
shit
like
too.
him.
Yeah, like Canelo will
He
take the
do
We
that
know
franchise
though.
that.
belt so
We
he
know
don't
that.
gotta fight the mandatory.
He do that shit all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got
Lomachenko too
one
though.
name. I got the perfect guy for Boots. He hasn't fought in a minute, but he's a big name and skill, and I think Boots would knock him out. Danny Garcia.
I like Garcia.
Man, what is he been doing?
Garcia throw a lot of punches.
Yeah, but he be
I,
he,
It
has a,
would be, yeah.
they
Yeah,
both
But
from
because
Philly.
he's not
he's
gonna
that
beat
guy in the position.
Boots.
They
no, I
both from
know,
No,
Philly.
but
but it's a
it'd be
good
a good
test.
it'd
It's
be
a
a
good
good
test for
victory.
Boots.
It'd be a good victory under his belt, a good
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
I
Because
like it.
I think what's gonna happen is like Sean said, Errol Spence gonna go to 154 and Boots gonna take over the welterweight division. And that's just gonna be that.
Yeah, because at 147 ain't really no
Because I
young
honestly,
After
dogs
Bud
out
and
there.
Earl,
after Bud and
fight,
Errol,
what? Then what? Then
whoever
what?
loses
That's it.
that gotta fight Boots.
Ain't got to stay at 147.
Yeah. Whoever loses the fight between Bud and Errol gotta
Stay at
stay at
147.
147, fight Boots, and that's that.
Damn.
That's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
That's tough. Yeah, that would be
Because we gonna want to see
tough.
the winner at 1. We gonna want to see the winner at 154.
But see that the problem with
I think so
154
too.
is I
They
don't
gonna
know
be
if Errol gonna
undisputed
fight.
after
I don't
tonight.
know if Errol gonna fight Charlo because they friends.
Charlo's
I don't know because
talking like
I
he's
don't know
not
if
gonna
Charlo
fight
gonna
him.
win.
No, it ain't about winning. You know they friends.
But Charlo
Yeah,
not
And
gonna win
Charlo's
tonight.
talking like he's not gonna fight Errol
you
Spence.
don't
He said
think
I'm
Charlo
not
gonna
fighting
win
my
tonight?
stablemate.
No.
He might not.
No.
Yeah, he's saying he's not gonna fight his
I
stablemate.
I'm
got
telling
money
you
on
right
Charlo
now,
winning tonight.
You got Charlo
tonight,
winning.
I got Charlo winning.
You seen the first fight?
Yeah, I've
Steven,
seen the
what you
first
got,
fight.
man? You got that look?
Who
I
won?
don't
Who won the
now,
first fight?
now. Let's not
I
get it
got
twisted. He's not my favorite Charlo.
Who? I know he
no.
not. He
I
can't
don't
be.
got Charlo. I don't got Charlo winning tonight.
You got
I don't
And
got
he won the
Charlo
Castano?
winning
first fight.
tonight.
Castano?
Who won the
I
first
Ooh.
think
fight?
because
He had problems with him the first time. He had
So
problems
Pete,
with
right?
Castano the first time.
This reminds me of the Canelo Triple G shit. I said Triple G won the first one, and the second one should have been a draw.
I feel that way. The
Like,
second
but
one was a draw.
yeah, the
Triple G
second one
won the
was a
first one.
draw. But
Triple G
they
won the
try
first
to,
one.
as you saw with the Bebo fight, these judges are being paid by somebody
No,
because there's
115
no way in
113
hell
was
you
ridiculous.
called this fight
That
that
man
close.
lost 11 rounds. He lost 11
That scorecard
rounds.
was ridiculous, bro. It was ridiculous. But that's what we deal with in boxing. Unfortunately, that ain't the first time we've seen that, and I'm sure it won't be the last time.
It's never not gonna be a part of boxing. So that's
Right.
just what we got to deal with. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'll see what Charlo got today. Like you said, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm guaranteeing he winning. But I'm a gambler. I bet on him. But it's a tough fight for him.
it's time. Sounds like a little
If
backpedaling after you
Castano
heard
win,
two people say
everybody
it's
moving up to 140, 154. If Castano win, everybody moving up to 154. Telling you now. Everybody
But
want that belt.
I could see that. I could see that happening.
Everybody want that shit. Earl's out of here after he fight Bud.
Yeah.
Did Castano beat him in the amateurs?
I'm not
What?
sure. I'm not sure.
Castano beat Earl in the amateurs.
Oh, that you know what? I heard about that.
They
He
did
That's
beat
true.
Earl in the amateurs.
That's
So
true.
he might got something for Derek James
But
fighters.
see, amateurs is a little different. That's like the
Yeah, it's
Olympic
1 minute,
shit.
2 minute rounds and shit
Yeah,
like that.
like
And
because
it's
I
like
fought in
a
amateurs,
point
and
system.
amateurs, like the way they count shit is just different.
It's
Like,
a point system. The point system
yeah,
is totally
it's like
different.
the
Yeah.
Olympics. Like,
Yeah.
you're not the better fighter. You probably got like more body shots than me, but I rocked your shit. Like, but they don't count the fact of
That shit don't
I
matter.
hurt you.
A
Like, that don't
knockdown,
matter. Like,
down mount.
I can jab you the entire fight and win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like amateurs.
Right.
It's like something else got to count, bro. Like, they got to figure that out.
I gotta head out, but before I leave, I'm gonna throw a couple things out here.
Mm-hmm.
One, in the rematch, I'm picking Serrano by stoppage
Against Katie Taylor.
against
I
Katie
think
Taylor.
he won the first one.
Me too.
So, two, tonight, Charlo loses by decision.
Woo!
Majority?
I think he's gonna win. It's gonna be close. I give it 7-5 Charlo.
Split?
Huh?
Split decision?
Split decision.
Split decision for Castano, you mean?
Huh?
For Castano?
For Castano, sorry, for
All right, so
Castano.
look, if you got a split decision for Castano, do you think they got to do a trilogy? Because you gotta give me another shot, bro.
If it comes
It
down to that,
depends how it plays out. It really does depend how it plays out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
But I
if
do
it's
have
a split
Castano
decision, you
winning.
got to give me my
And
shot.
here's my last prediction I'm going to leave y'all with. I picked Canelo to fight Triple G, win, then he's going to fight Benavidez and lose. I mean, Canelo's fight Triple G, win,
Let me
then he's
ask
fight Benavidez and lose.
you one thing before you leave, right?
Yes, sir.
You think Canelo can beat Charlo?
Yep.
Big Charlo.
Yep.
Not the little
Yeah.
Charlo.
Nah, little Charlo weak. Big Charlo lose too, though.
I'll tell you straight up. Charlo has better boxing skills. He does.
I think he'll give Canelo
But
fucking issues.
he will. No, don't get it twisted. Charles a better fighter. He is. But we know that Canelo comes in weighing a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they say Errol Spence walk around to 180 like on a regular day, and that's weird.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But those are my predictions.
My
hey,
brother.
man, thank you so much for having me. I had a
Appreciate
blast. You guys, good night.
To you,
God bless.
Dog. It's always good having you, man. Be safe.
Thanks, sir.
Hey, Sean.
All right. Yes, sir.
You got Canelo beating Big Charlo?
Yeah. I got him beating Big Charlo, too. Big Charlo ain't done nothing for me. Why are we gassing these Charlo twins up?
Yeah.
Who they beat?
Yeah.
Who they beat? Why we? What are we doing?
They beat Well, Big Charlo beat everybody that he was supposed to beat.
So, all right. So let me ask you this, bro. Remember when he was talking about Canelo, when we was talking about all those opponents, and then you asked him to name those opponents? I want you to do the same thing. Keep that same energy and name me Big Charlo's opponents that I'm supposed to be afraid of.
But once again, like you're not gonna be scared about. No, you're not gonna be scared. No. I get it. I get what you're saying, but you got to also understand who's in that weight class outside of Canelo. But Canelo be going up, going down,
That's a
going
fact.
up,
He be
going down.
going up. It's only one person at 160 besides
been
them.
begging for a big fight for about
All
6 years.
you got is Benavidez.
You got Benavidez. You got Caleb Plant. You got
Why you say Caleb Plant, bro?
He's
not
at
like
least
that.
in the conversation. He's at least in the conversation, bro. He's a world champion. He's tough.
Nah, that's that shit Canelo be doing to act like he beat somebody.
Exactly, man. That's what I be. Yo, it's a fucking politic game, man. These niggas,
bro. That's like it's smoke and mirrors. Like he's undefeated, and he was on the Olympic team. So he's a tough guy to
be the biggest name on Charlo's record right now?
Who?
Would Caleb Plant be the biggest name on Charlo's record if Charlo were to beat him?
That's because they built Caleb Plant to be some type of name, but he's really not.
But would he though?
No, he probably like, you're right about that. You're right about that.
Because he's a name, but I don't say that.
Charlo ain't done nothing for me. I'm not saying he's not skilled. I'm not saying none of that.
Who Caleb Plant beat to say that he's a name?
He really ain't beat nobody either, but he's a world champion. He was a world champion in a competitive division.
But Sean, like I told you last time I talked to you, we all know the belt everybody wants.
The WBC. If you ain't got that,
that's the belt that everybody wants.
You ain't shit.
And that's the one that they got.
But also too, there is too many belts in boxing too. To kind of take away from my statement, there's too many belts in boxing.
It's not there's too many belts. They just need to stop this franchise bullshit.
That's it.
It's confusing.
It's
confusing.
You talk about interim, franchise, this, that, and the other. Like, bro, either you got the belt or you don't.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then like people that don't even really watch it like that, they were like, hold on, he's a WBA champion. How come I just seen him do last week that was WBA champion too? Like, which one's the champion? That shit is confusing.
I don't even understand not to even jump to 135.
What's that?
How Tank got a belt at 135?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
What's that belt Tank got at 135?
Was it when
I think he got the red one.
He got a belt at 135.
WBA. I think he got a WBA. It's the red one.
But how?
I mean, like we're saying, bro. Like if you go on ESPN app, that shit will tell you this person's the champion, but then you got stars underneath saying this person's this champion, this person's this champion. Like, what the fuck does it matter, bro?
That is facts, my boy. That is true. It's too confusing, bro. Even for me, I watch boxing religiously. I know y'all do too, and it's too many damn belts. Bro. There's like a WBC belt on the line on every big fight.
On every fight. Every fight is 12 rounds.
They bring that black shirt out for every fucking fight.
Yeah, that world champion green shit with the belt across it.
Hey, how y'all feel? How y'all feel about that? Because let's talk about some real shit. Because we all from the same neighborhood. Shakur Stevenson got to get his circles together. There's no reason your family is fighting at your interview.
Yeah. He
like that shit was ridiculous.
With that big win, bro. He gonna have to start finding out who he really wanted his circle now after that big win. Even if it means eliminating some family members from his circle.
What happened?
Because you got some people that can mess his money.
Oh, you ain't see it. The nigga was interviewing.
The fight.
No, I'm talking about the interview. The after interview.
Yeah,
he was at the podium and his family got into a whole fucking brawl. And
you ever been to a fight before? You ever been to a fight before?
Stage.
Yo, you been to a fight before?
Bradley had to lead him out, right?
Yeah, but if you ever been to a fight before,
yeah, I've been to a fight before. I know.
When you rooting for people, and the person you rooting for win, and you sitting by the people.
No, I'm talking about Hey, Joe, I'm talking
Nah,
about
his family,
this
bro.
nigga was at the
No,
That's what
post
happened with his
interview.
mom. That's what
His
happened with his
family, bro.
mom. The people tried to fight his mom for rooting for him and shit like that while he was fighting and shit like that. Somebody tried to hit his mom after the shit.
What on the
when he was giving the interview.
The Shakur, so that's how it went down?
Yeah. Fans,
Okay.
you know, it'd be mad Mexicans.
Okay. See, I
They
ain't
don't
know,
want you.
like.
Yeah. It's going crazy.
But I just don't, I I still stick by, you gotta understand who you are accepting to come to your fight, like in your family circle. Like, it's certain people in my family I would not let come to my fight because they're gonna fight.
Right.
They said
There's
that was his
certain niggas.
mom though.
There's, I mean,
Bro,
yeah, I
that
mean,
was
I
his
get it, I
mom,
get it,
bro.
I get it. Like, it's certain niggas from College Park I ain't letting come to my fucking fight.
That was his mom though.
Smurf is not
That's
allowed to come to
crazy.
my motherfucking fight because Smurf don't know how to act in public. And that's just that. Like, I
Yeah,
love you to
yeah,
death, bro, but you cannot be in my family circle at the fight, bro, because I know what you're going to do. You're going to get to talking crazy to people because you're not used to this. And don't
yeah.
get it twisted. Shakur's from Newark. Newark, New Jersey is not the place to be fucking with.
And
You know what I'm
he
saying?
got that he got that, I think he got that mindset right now. He want to take everybody with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He want to take everybody with him, and then he's learning now that you can't do that. Even though he may want to do that, even though he got good intentions for the people he's well with, you can't bring everybody with you when you're on the way to the top, bro. Just like you said, man, some people just don't know how to act. That's just what it boils down to. And they gonna mess your money up. They gonna mess your situation up. They ain't got
Yeah.
nothing to lose. You got everything to lose. So
I'm gonna hit y'all
You
fellas.
the breadwinner at the end of the day, yo.
facts,
At the end of the
facts.
day,
I
you the breadwinner.
Yep.
Like, you
That's
the
what it
one,
boils down
you paying the rents, you paying the mortgages.
to.
Like, but you can't put people in certain situations. Like, I know of situations where I've probably been left out of a lot of situations because they like, no, Giovanni, I know how you go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yeah,
not mad at it. It just is
yeah,
what it is.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you just got to know what situation you in, and at the end of the day, put yourself in the right situation as well as the people that you care about too, man. Because you know if it's a situation where somebody that you care about could potentially be in a messed up situation, you could keep them out of it too. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of works too, my brother. But I definitely appreciate you, man. I done reached that time. You know what I mean? Y'all done made the
Yeah,
segue to
I'm driving to my
this.
homeboy house right now. We about to watch this boots shit. So it was good
Dog,
talking to you, bro.
man, dog, I appreciate you, my boy. You're more than welcome anytime, any Saturday you
Yeah,
see me
like,
live.
I'm sorry I was late. I said, fuck, I was supposed to do this at 9.
Dog, you don't have to apologize for nothing. Even though you came through for, a little bit, you ain't have to come through at all. So the fact you even did that, I'm grateful, my dude. And next Saturday, hey, 9 o'clock, I'll be back. So if you free, 9 o'clock,
Yeah,
whenever you
next
see me live,
I'm gonna put this in my calendar on my phone. 9 p.m. on Saturdays. I need to talk to Sean. So we good.
yes, sir. And if you want to, bro, I'll shoot you some messages kind of like throughout the week. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
just give me a little warning on Saturday and be like, yo, remember we doing this today.
I got you. And then what I'll do too, bro, I'll send you the topics that we're gonna talk about too. So that way when you
All right,
get in,
yeah,
you
yeah. So
ready
let
to
me have it on
talk.
my brain already.
I see, you know what I mean? I got you. But my man, I appreciate you. We'll be talking and thank you for stopping through, my brother. I appreciate it.
Man, take your time, cuz.
All right, man. Anybody you want to shout out or anything before we head up out of here?
Hey, yo, strap season. Big fish.
I got the shirt on. My
It's
boy.
strap season. It's big
I
fish.
got the shirt on.
We coming for the big fish.
Hey, it's supposed to go
Hey, I
down,
get
man.
with you,
So
cuz.
hey, enjoy these fights, man. We'll be talking.
All right.
All right, brother. All right, and to everybody, thank y'all for rocking with us. Hey, another Saturday. Y'all done made this into some whole platform that, hey, man, I'm forever grateful for. So thank you. Every Saturday, we're here, Instagram. We're actually going to be hitting up YouTube, Spotify. We're going to be all over the place. So sit back, enjoy the ride. We headed to the top. Enjoy these fights. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace.